take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On 1st and 10, Lindsey. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lindsey. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Off play action. Lindsey. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. This to Jarwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Lindsey. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lindsey got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. And now after the play, Singletary with some problems getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Lindsey. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football, because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Operating from the gun, Lindsey. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Lindsey. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Clelin Ferrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Austin
Seibert sets up for the field goal try.
A 31-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
A.J. Hempler on the return.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Joe Mixon. And he powers his way up past the 30. The numbers for Mixon last week, 11 carries, 92 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
To throw on 3rd down. Gore. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Operating from the gun, Lindsey looking for his running back, and he's got him. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, snip it out, and finish it off.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, Lindsey. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Lindsey finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Alford, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw on 2nd down. Gore. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Bengals first down.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Gore. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
To John Ross.
John Ross with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was...
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
To kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 26.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Of 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Lindsey. Outright completes it to Jarwin.
Lindsey's pass complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Seibert's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, Gore. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down.
They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gore hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. 30, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. K.J. Hamler returning it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun. Gore. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on 1st down. Lindsey. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Dwayne Haskins, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Open Dennis Ross complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside in. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Gore. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Complete to number 13.
From 4 yards out. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
16. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lindsey got a man and he hits him in stride. Past the 20. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Lindsey. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
The quarterback taken down.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's good. Makes the score. Bengals 21.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
2 yards. Another 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gore. In trouble, and he's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Gore. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lindsey. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Lindsey. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Falcons 19.
The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd down now, Alford. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw...
This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
Cincinnati.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gore. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
19. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lindsey. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Quarterback taken down. And
this has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw on 2nd down. Lindsey, the tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side.
Lindsey's pass.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
The Bengals. They'll take over 1st
On
and
4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
complete.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Gore. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 4th down, Gore. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The open man here, Renfro. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, Lindsey. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lindsey. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
15 yards on the play, first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Gore hit. He lost the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Gore. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Falcons offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
19.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. 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 Ay, yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that.
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit, 'cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead,